Guys, welcome back. Here we are again. Thanks for stopping by. Episode number 55 coming at you. And I thought for this episode we'd do a little bit of work on our little touristy island. Kind of made up my mind and figured we'd maybe at least start that. I don't know if we'll have enough time to finish it this episode. Last one did kind of go on a little bit long, so hopefully I can keep an eye on time sort of for this one. But who knows? You know how we always get so carried away with this. Okay, so a quick little note for some changes, really quickly, I guess. I did add some flags, just kind of here and there throughout the airport, just a few of them. And I moved this over to here. It has a bit more of a realistic kind of function and feel to it, like that. And I had a few suggestions come in for a couple improvements over here, actually, from Chad, our favorite commenter. And he wanted to do just a little bit of residential in here for just some of the officers or some of the families of the soldiers to live, and some of the soldiers themselves. Maybe there's not enough room in all the barracks, you know. And we could also put in, where is it? Oh yes, here it is. That's right. We have a museum of military history that would look kind of cool over here. So what I thought we could do is just move this gas station over. Because I wanted to put the museum over here, but I just double checked and it doesn't unfortunately fit. It's like just slightly out of bounds. So it would look nice right here, but the gas station's kind of occupying its spot. So let's kind of move this guy, say, over to here. Kind of use this intersection. That's fine by me. And then drop this guy in. There. Now, ideally, we do have a bit of space in between the base little facility here and the... Actually, we could even move this up the road a little bit, couldn't we? No. Not quite. I wonder if these two should maybe switch spots. No, I think I'm just getting a little bit nitpicky here. So we'll do that like that. Now, unfortunately, people aren't going to be too happy to live here, I guess is a good way to put it. So we're going to have just a few houses. So I'll have one building, and we'll just do some houses. And then we can always just cap the density on that part. Make that a little bit smaller. Oh, Madison Hills, interesting. I like the other name better, but... Oh, actually, no, we did have a name suggestion come in. What am I saying? So what we could do is call this Fort Lakewood. Oops, Kalewood. I totally forgot who suggested that. I'm so sorry. That was just a super afterthought right now, but thank you for the suggestion. I'll definitely make sure to give you a big smiley face in the in the comments or something when I track down your name. But thank you for that. So Fort Lakewood, I like it. And cap the houses. And we don't really have much residential demand, so these guys might not even come in for a little bit. But just, you know, a few houses. We'll kind of see how those go. We'll check on that in a bit. But thanks for the suggestions, guys. As always, just keep them coming. I love them. And if I don't implement them all, like, you know, no feelings hurt, hopefully. There are quite a few. Some better than others. No offense, of course, but no, I can't make them all happen. But don't feel discouraged to make them in the first place. Moral of my story here. Okay, so let's just kind of jump into our tourist kind of island over here. Now, my thoughts for something kind of fun is, since we have just a little bit of space available on this part, is just extend this over to here. Does that look okay? It does indeed. And then for this part, and I don't know if we'll be able to get to it today, because I tried to download them, but it doesn't look like they all made their way over. I'll kind of show you what I am talking about here. Oh, I think I actually have it selected. Where did it go, though? Okay, right, yeah. So I wanted to, you can kind of see here, golf courses. But I didn't get all the holes, unfortunately, so I've only actually got these few pieces right there. So that's 4 plus a green. So, I mean, what we could do, hypothetically, is just use these ones as they are. Can't really see, unfortunately. And then just drop maybe a few of them and just kind of make our own, what am I trying to say here? Our own little custom golf course. So possibly do that next episode. Let me know what you guys think. But this little island section right here would be like hyper, ultra, like super luxurious area. Like golf courts, tennis courts, you know, like wealthy villas, like that kind of stuff. Like the super posh elite, they would live there type thing. And then that's where you would go if you wanted to, like, you know, if you're like a celebrity movie star and you wanted to hang out, this would be like our own version of, like, you know, the Hamptons or like, or something, right? This is like the posh place, like Beverly Hills, so, you know, Fifth Avenue. I'm trying to think of some more luxurious spots, you know, Bay Street in Toronto. Or Bloor Street, I should say, too, like Bay and Bloor area. But yeah, definitely going for that vibe. So let me know what you think on that. I think that should look kind of cool. And I kind of dig this little, I like that bridge right there now. Okay, so over here, what we should do is kind of make like maybe like a little, not town square, but kind of like a circular roundabout central plaza park thing over here, or like a central square even. And then we can kind of just do touristy stuff just basically all around. We want to make it kind of easy for people to get, you know, we don't want people to get lost. We want them to be able to find their friends pretty easily. Alright, so I do like the idea of a roundabout, like a nice big exaggerated one. And we could even do that, say, like a 6-lane roundabout with decorative grass, eh? Okay, let's try one with the trees. And just kind of visualize it. Maybe we'll go about yay or so. Start about here. And I want to go maybe 2 units out. See how this ends up looking. Not too shabby. Yeah, it's okay. We do lose the bus lanes, unfortunately. But 6 dedicated lanes, not the end of the world. Although, I mean, a 6-lane roundabout, it's not really realistic in real life. Too bad we can't do 4-lane. Because I would like to be able to zone. No, you know, we'll keep it 6 lanes, even though it's not realistic. Ideally, I mean, 2 or 4 lanes would be sweet. Like 3 is perfect, but that's highway, unfortunately. When I say 2, that's too little. I meant to say 4, 3 or 4. Oh well. So we'll keep it like this. And what we can do, just for decoration's sake, is let's go for a kind of like a little fun, symmetrical kind of look over here. So we can always just do kind of a road that follows alongside. This might be tricky. Just one too far there. Okay, now... Okay, I'm going to try a trick that I saw in another YouTube video that might... This might work, if I'm doing this correctly. Oh, cool, did. I have to find that video, and I will credit that, because that's actually really, that is really cool. See how when you try to do your curves like that, you lose like the right break in the turn point, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly. But when you have a road in place like this, it just gives you something better to latch onto. I'm actually not doing it the way they did it in the video. They did it a much better way. I'm doing this the kind of fast way. But that's still kind of neat. It's just that could be a little bit smoother right here. There we go. A little bit nicer. And just go to here. I think that's where we had it last time. Okay, cross your fingers. Let's try this again. And I realized we didn't finish the other side. No problem. Let's do that in 1 sec. I'm going to kind of get them in the same kind of line at least. Okay, see how this looks. And what I'm basically going for is kind of the middle point between the two. But again, I'm not really doing this the proper way. There is a better way to kind of do what I'm doing here. This is the lazy man's approach. Now, how did that transition look so much nicer? Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. I get very nitpicky. I don't know what my problem is. Like, you'll kind of see, I don't normally try to do things that are too symmetrical too often. So I usually find that it's very time consuming. And like for me, I always have issues when I'm trying to do the mirrors, like the mirror copy of the side I just did. Like here, for example, right? See how that's a little bit off? Like that would forever drive me crazy. And then I would spend like forever trying to fix this, right? But I don't want the I'm not looking to do that this whole time here, basically. So that's why it does seem like I'm a perfectionist at times, but like lazy at other times. It's because I don't really want to spend too much, When I play by myself, I'm much more of a perfectionist. I just don't want to do like 40-minute episodes of me just trying to get 2 curves in a road, which I'm sure you guys can appreciate. All right, but we do have a bit of symmetry kind of happening here, which is kind of cool. And just kind of box this back part in as well. There we go. That's kind of fun. And let's just do another little kind of grid around it. And so this won't be as symmetrical. This will just be kind of just following the profile of the island a little bit. And that'll make it a little bit more unique. Okay, let's get some symmetry in here. This is just for the point of reference. I wonder if I can get these two just bang on here. Nah, not quite. Slightly. Can you not notice it though? I guess you can't really see it. Okay, so that's fine. And ideally this one has to go out like a hint more. There. Find the snap point, make a little side connection. Connect that afterwards and do the same kind of idea. Just follow the profile of the island a bit. This one we'll just kind of do by hand here. Now the side's totally subject to change because we may need to rework part of them, or like bring the scale or the slope of the edge a little bit lower so we can get some like marinas and like that kind of stuff in. That's also kind of why I left a little bit more of an opening over here. But we could always do some more of those style of buildings, like the marinas. We could always make that just over here on our hyper ultra luxury side of the island. I don't know why I'm calling it that. We need like an actual name. Actually, if you guys want to think of a cool name, so like, you know, the Lakewood equivalent of the Hamptons, right? Just some kind of name, like some posh sounding name. That's your homework, okay, guys? Otherwise, this is kind of cool. Kind of like this. It's like interesting in shape. Now, there's one building I definitely want to place, and it's rather large. So let's take a look and see how it will fit into this area before we start getting a bit carried away. Because I could put that down there. Yeah, that's okay where it is. I want to give this guy some parking lots. I'm going to kind of work on things a little bit unconventionally over here. Because I've got some, yeah, bigger buildings, right, that I want to just make sure they got the space right away for. Suppose we use these guys. Okay, so that's perfect. Now we can kind of go with like a, I would say a fish theme right over here, but we can do some like the boat stuff and maybe like a pier restaurant or something. Okay, let's maybe bring the land down slightly. Okay, let's think about how we want to do this here. Nope. Aha, that's what I'm after. So I'll make like a little, kind of like a little beachy area down here, you know? Now, I'm hoping once we fix this terraforming that water will kind of not be an issue. 'Cause I don't want this area to flood. Yeah, I don't think we made that deep enough. Or like tall enough for the embankment there. Okay, so maybe we can try that again. We'll bring this a little bit higher. And then hopefully once I do my little leveling out piece, when that brings the slope down, it should be just the right kind of angle. And the water, not overly stressed about it. I think it's just gotta kind of settle a little bit first. Oh, there we go. That should be enough of a curve that we can kind of get something. Maybe get like a curved road kind of coming in along here. Now, ideally, maybe we can get a bit more of a platform. Just the parts that might flood a bit. Oops. Okay, let's smooth out this monstrosity. Oh no. I did a little bit too much just right there. Try that once more. And now that we can kind of see how the water behaves a bit more, like I'm not really stressed when I see this. Okay. A little bit tricky to see this at night though. Luckily we've got our cursor flashlight. And if you did want a little bit of a brighter one, you can always change that in your settings. But it's under gameplay. Yeah, mouse light intensity during the night, so maybe we'll put that up a little bit for us. There, that's a bit better. Kind of handy to have it on while you're working as well, but not the end of the world. Just smooth those out. Okay. I think we finally have achieved the desired effect. Cool. So check over at our leisure buildings here. maybe just get a few of these in so far. Oh, a restaurant pier, cool. I think all these really need are just walking paths. Let's test that out, though. It would be a shame, though, if we had to sneak a road through here. Okay, well, I don't know. Let me try a road just out of curiosity, just to see if it even fits. Otherwise, so we'd have something like this, hypothetically. Different angle, though. And then just kind of do a walking path. But what throws me off, though, is there's no snap points on this thing, right? So I feel like more research is needed into these things, right? Because why would you have a snap anywhere that would require a road connection? Oh, I think that's okay. I think that's probably all it needs right there. It looks like. Hey, all right, we got something going. Cool. And since the slope there is very steep, we'll connect over to here. And, I mean, ideally I would like another way into this lower part, though. So we'll kind of have to maybe do a little circular kind of something. Just go like that. And maybe bring this over as kind of a bridge, maybe, or something. I would like to fix this slope, but this is the general idea that I'm kind of going for here. Yeah, that's much better. Cool, so maybe we can actually move this to, say, right there. And that does look like it's close enough that it's meeting its connection needs. But I would like to do just a little path like that, so it just seems a little bit more realistic, right? Just to walk over to it. And, okay, so marina, this will be the tricky one, I think. Because the thing, right, is that's steep, let's be honest. We need something that's like that. And even that's a little bit steep, you know, but that's more plausible. Okay, so can we get our own, oh, that's a nice little pier. Yeah, I quite like that. The fishing pier can be tall. The marina, however, that should be nice and short. Now this, all we need really is just a little walking path. Let me spread this out a little bit more. Just something like that. I think that would be, you know, a suitable connection in real life, in air quotes here. Maybe we can get just like a little bit more. I wouldn't be able to go behind there. I want to do just a little bit more, but we'll kind of keep that like that. All right, now in terms of power, is it out of the question to put, say, something like this in over here, or is that just too? Is that too silly? Should we just bring in some power lines? Yeah, let's just bring in some power lines. I don't have to worry about. Because then we can't really get too many tall buildings in or something, you know, in that little quadrant. Okay, so that's to connect. And let's just do some zoning like such, just to kind of spread the power along. To see how these buildings look as I come in kind of behind. And we'll just do a little basic pipe network for over here. And we'll definitely have to plan out some more of our road infrastructure. This is just kind of the absolute bare bones here. But not a bad little start to this area. Not a bad start at all. Got lots of, like actually quite a bit of room over here too, so we can actually probably do almost all, if not all, the new special buildings. Or at least be able to zone our areas large enough that we can see a lot of variety come in. So a very slow start, but this area is definitely taking shape. So we've got a nice big open roundabout area. This is kind of like our little main, I want to say highway, but it's a sort of little expressway network kind of going through. In the center here, we'll do a nice little city, a nice little park, and yeah, that'll be kind of like our main little touristy fun kind of central park. Connect these guys up with water. I like that, but I think we'll call it quits here for the day, guys. I'm gonna try and keep these episodes a little bit shorter. Last one did kind of go a little bit out of control with length, but I mean generally I try to keep the episodes about 30-40 minutes or so. If they end up being say about 45 minutes, that's kind of pushing it in my mind. When they're like 50 minutes plus, that's usually when I break them into a two-parter. So just if you're kind of curious for my format. Back in the day when I did like SimCity stuff, I would keep those at like, 15-20 minutes. But I think for Skylines, that might just be a little bit too short of a length. Because you can kind of see, even in 30 minutes, we didn't get a whole heck of a lot done here today, but I mean, I don't know, it's to each their own, I guess, right? Because this could be seen as a lot, this could also be seen as like next to nothing, so. But I mean, yeah, kind of just going forward, I don't want to keep you guys, like waiting too long for the next episode, and I also don't want to be, making you guys make like time out of your day or something like that. You have to like cancel plans so you can kind of keep up with the series, right? So yeah, 30-40 minutes. We'll kind of keep the episodes hit or miss around there, and I will try to make them like a lot faster. These ones have definitely been coming out at a good pace this past week or so. So I'll kind of keep this up going forward. And it is a long weekend, so I'll try and sneak in maybe another episode tomorrow. And if not, I'll probably see you guys later in the week. Alright, so I'm looking forward to some feedback. I think we got a good start though over here. And let me know about doing this little posh spot over here. And if you guys have any names or suggestions, definitely feel free to let me know. And I mean like just, all through the board, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be this little spot, right? Because, for the next few episodes, we've got lots of work ahead of us. But definitely next episode, we'll be working on this part right here. This might take, I think, maybe another 2 episodes, maybe 3. And then we can switch gears and then kind of move over to, say, this spot. Or we can kind of just, hop back into the mainland and do some work over there, too. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for sticking with it. And I will see you in the next one. And as always, I love your support, and I love each and every one of you. You're all so important to me. And I'm really happy you make it this far. So stick with me, guys. We got more fun stuff to come. Okay. I'll see you then. Adios.